Let's get into myth number 2. You need to be an expert or a landlord, an expert in leasing, or know a lot about construction to be involved with real estate investing. All three of these are false. Listen up and I will tell you why. So, as far as being a landlord, that is going to imply that you are going to be dealing with the T's, the tenants, termites, trash, toilets, any of that type of stuff. It's just simply not the case. There are third-party management companies that you can hire, you can interview, or if you have a personal connection or referral, they will manage the property for you. And I think this is a big hurdle for a lot of people to get their minds over and understand that they don't need to be scared of this, because you are putting your trust in the management company that will be taking care of your property for you. And if they're not performing, you can simply find someone else to replace them. The other thing that goes along with that is you might feel like there's a huge learning curve that's going to come along with being a landlord or owning a property. And this learning curve would be that you need to have a different skill set, or this is going to become a full-time job for you where you're going to have to learn all of these new things and give a time commitment so you can be good at real estate investing. Well, when you're using a third-party manager to handle all these things for you, that job is completed, and you can replace them if they simply aren't performing up to your specifications. So along with that would also be leasing. You might think that you have to have relationships or know other tenants, depending on what type of property we're talking about here, if it's retail or office or multifamily. If you don't know other, say, retail tenants that would take the place if someone would leave a strip center in this example, you don't let that hold you back, I guess is what I'm saying, because you can hire people, to brokers like myself, to lease up this center and find replacement tenants to keep your income coming in. And that's our job. That's what we're trained to do, is to have relationships with tenants. So when someone would vacate a space, then we're going to have those relationships and be able to fill that for you. Lastly would be construction. Do you need to know a lot about construction? Since it's real estate, it's a hard asset, it's a building that you're going to be, owning. Do you need to know a lot about this? No, I'm an investor myself, and I can do a few things around the house, but I'm not a skilled carpenter or plumber, electrician, any of those things. This kind of goes back to just like the leasing. You are going to hire this out to a professional. You don't want to take time away from whatever your day job is. You're not learning a new skill set in order to be an investor. You can hire these things out and get referrals, feel confident on who you're having perform these duties for you, and if they aren't performing, then you just replace them. So I guess don't let that hold you back. So in sum, just touching on the three things we just talked about, in order to be a real estate investor, you don't have to be a landlord and deal with the tenants and the other things that go along with that. You're not learning a new job. You can hire this out with third-party management. Leasing, that is what brokers and real estate people, real estate professionals do. You don't have to have an inside track or secret knowledge of who's coming to town or who's leaving, who can replace tenants you would have in a building you own. That's up to the real estate professional that you're working with, like myself. And lastly, construction. Do you need to know a lot about construction? How furnaces work, air conditioners? Can you replace a toilet? I don't know how to replace a toilet, and I don't expect you to either. So thank you very much for watching. Please reach out to me and let's talk some real estate.